the John Muir Way, Day 4. Today's route took us from Kilsyth to Polmont, which was 16.5 miles, and took us beyond the recommended stopping place of Falkirk. We were doing the route in 9 days rather than the suggested 10, so somewhere we needed to make up the extra day. It was a cool start to the day, which made for good going along the Forth Clyde navigation. And we were on there for 7 miles, which was just what was needed, with Ed having bruised the underside of his foot on day 2, having stepped on a sharp stone, and me, well, I was just generally aching. To assist his foot, Ed announced he was going to use his iPad. Well, I was a tad confused about this, but it turned out that it was something in his first aid kit, akin to an eye patch. "Arr," I said knowingly. He bandaged this to his foot to ease the pressure, and it did the job. Top marks for innovation, Ed. Naturally, a stone found its way into Ed's shoe, soon into the walking, but that was dealt with, and coming off the towpath, we walked through a small tunnel with a road stream running through it, passing a sign stating WC Recovery, which made us wonder what they actually did. And then we went up a hill to discover the Antonine Wall. This was built later and to the north of Hadrian's Wall, and was designed and built by the Romans to keep out the pesky Caledonians. I have to say there was no sign of the Romans, but there was definitely plenty of Caledonians about. Emerging from a wood, we were presented with a great view of the Falkirk Wheel. Fabulous piece of engineering. We watched as boats went up and down. Before walking across the Union Canal, and to all those who scoffed at me when I said I was going to be walking by the Union Canal, we walked across the Union Canal, up a hill, and then encountered the Falkirk Monument, which commemorates a Jacobite victory over the English, sort of, but they didn't actually follow up at the time, and the rest, as they say, is Culloden history. Coming down the hill, I decided a little detour was in order that's not part of the official John Muir Way. And so following the Union Canal, we walked through the 650 metres of the Falkirk Tunnel, another great piece of engineering, with all the stalactites hanging from the ceiling. It was amazing. Bit wet in places as well, got dripped on. A late stop at Tesco's for some lunch with a beautiful view of Tesco's car park. We had a chat with a local lady who was now occupying the single bench that we had spotted on our way in. And then just a final 1.5 miles to our destination. My prayers were answered in Tesco when the gluten-free sandwiches were cheese and onion. Hooray! But in a cruel twist, they were all sold out. Ooh. We were staying in a pub tonight, and when we walked in the bar, there was that moment of everyone stopping talking and looking at us. And one attempt suggesting we should buy a round, but when I replied if he was offering, I would be very grateful. Funnily enough, the normal banter resumed.